Peterson, Maps of Meaning, The Architecture of Belief. Embark on a journey that delves into the depths of human nature and our constant quest to understand the world around us in Peterson's Maps of Meaning, The Architecture of Belief. In this adventure, you'll gain insight into how the human mind creates meaning through stories and myths, and how these narratives influence our values and actions. Plunge into age-old tales that unveil eternal themes on life, death, culture, and the known and unknown, along with the mechanisms through which we explore and engage with our surroundings. Whatever your age, this summary will open doors to better understanding yourself and the larger world you inhabit.
Embracing the unknown. Upon entering an unknown environment, rats tend to freeze before slowly adapting to their surroundings. Similarly, humans are driven to explore due to fear of the unknown. The world can be divided into two parts: the known, familiar territory, and the unknown, anomaly. Anomalies evoke feelings of both threat and promise, and our response to them depends on the degree of unfamiliarity they represent. Humans, like rats, have a natural inclination to explore the unknown and turn it into familiar territory through thought and action, ultimately creating the world we know. The power of stories. Our emotions play a crucial role in our perception of the world. While modern science may prioritize facts, our feelings determine the meaning we derive from things and guide our actions. This is where stories come in. Shared myths and tales form the basis of human culture and provide meaning to vast and complex aspects of our experience. They allow us to understand the unknown and make it less daunting. The great myths of ancient civilization, although dismissed as superstition today, served a profound psychological purpose by giving meaning to what would otherwise be unexplainable. The universal structure of myths. Myths aren't just ancient stories, but they offer valuable insights that can help us navigate the world. The key takeaway is that all myths share a similar underlying pattern, featuring the great and terrible mother, great and terrible father, and hero, who bravely ventures into the unknown to unite the opposing forces. This mythical structure of the unknown as the powerful and threatening great and terrible mother, with the known and cultural great and terrible father personifying protective structures, is consistent across different cultures and time periods. The hero's journey offers a powerful behavioral model for people as they face their own challenges and fears. Myths and society. Myths provided a model for society and individual behavior long before formalized rules. They help societies strike a balance between tradition and innovation and inspire individuals to conquer the unknown. The hero's courageous acts of creative exploration serve as a guide to society. These myths also establish guidelines on how not to behave, discouraging cowardly disrespect for the divine order, such as Seth's actions in the Osiris story. Emancipation through heroism. Growing up entails replacing parental protection and values with those of culture, and eventually identifying with the hero to guard against exploitation and encourage critical thinking. As children, our parents protect us from the unknown by modeling appropriate behavior based on cultural values. However, part of growing up involves replacing our parents' protection and values with those of culture. This means identifying with our larger cultural group, which often involves rejecting our parents' authority to embrace the values of our friends. However, as soon as we gain autonomy from our parents, we surrender to the rules, norms, and values of the society around us. These social rules are largely arbitrary but provide a framework of meaning for us to operate in, dividing the world into familiar pieces and, therefore, keeping the unknown at bay. The myths of a culture are crucial for encoding and sharing this framework of rules, norms, and values. Although we should identify with the cultural framework, it should never be total, as this could lead to exploitation. To guard against this, myths encourage individual identification with the hero, who goes his own way and is not afraid to subvert the power of the Great Father if necessary. The hero serves the greater social good while remaining loyal to other humans. The second step of our emancipation involves becoming the hero of our own story, encouraging critical thinking, and guarding against uncritical identification with our culture. Overall, growing up means learning how to identify with the group and the hero. The power of adapting. The book discusses how anomalies can disrupt our psyche and society. Anomalies arise from encounters with the unknown, and they force us to adapt. Minor anomalies require normal adaptation, but major anomalies require revolutionary adaptation. Revolutionary adaptation means updating our model of the world to accommodate anomalies. Failure to adapt can lead to a social and psychological crisis. Thus, adapting to anomalies is crucial to our personal growth and societal advancement. The Ouroboros and the meaning of our limitations. The serpent eating its own tail, also known as the Ouroboros, is an ancient symbol representing the original state of the cosmos where chaos and order were one and the same, and humans did not yet exist. The Garden of Eden in Christian mythology represents this paradisal state of pre-existence where Adam and Eve, not yet fully human, were expelled after gaining self-consciousness by eating the forbidden fruit. However, their limitations and faults became the preconditions for a meaningful existence, as the polarity between life and death, good and evil, is necessary for us to understand and chart our own path in this world. The banality of evil. The concept of evil in today's society is often associated with psychological defects, bad upbringing, or unjust societal and economic conditions. However, German philosopher Hannah Arendt challenges this notion and proposes that ordinary people are capable of evil, which she terms the banality of evil. This evil is characterized by a rejection of creative exploration and a denial of the unknown, as personified by Satan in Christian mythology. Satan represents the anti-hero, embodying the human tendency to avoid anomaly and instead seek comfort in blind adherence to tradition or indulgence. The exploration of the unknown is vital to growth and knowledge, and denying this possibility leads to fascism or decadence. Ultimately, the concept of the banality of evil empowers us to choose a different path rather than succumbing to the evil inside us. Embracing the journey of exploration. The dangers of adopting a fixed ideology are emphasized in this book summary, which suggests that such beliefs hamper growth and learning. Instead, individuals are urged to chart their own paths, embracing the journey of creative exploration, which requires a willingness to accept the unknown and face it purposefully. The importance of breaking free from rigid ideologies and their limitations is explored, and readers are encouraged to develop their own maps of meaning guided by culture and individuality. The rejection of creative exploration, as illustrated in the atrocities of history, is deemed to be a form of evil.
In the end, Peterson's Maps of Meaning implores us to acknowledge our innate hunger for meaning and the crucial role stories and myths play in guiding our lives. From ancient epics to current cultural understandings, our journey as humans is eternally shaped by embracing exploration, adapting to anomalies, and confronting both the positive and negative aspects of our world. As heroes in our own lives, we have the unique opportunity to continuously shape our personal worldview and engage with the world through creative expression and thought. The key takeaway from this mind-expanding book lies in the responsibility bestowed upon each one of us to forge our own maps of meaning, enabling a deeper, richer relationship with our own humanity and the ever-evolving world around us.